Hi folks, today I'm going to show you how to build super advanced multi-step forms that support conditional logic in Unbounce. Unbounce is my personal favourite landing page builder. I've been using it for years, but sometimes you need something a little bit more advanced on the form building front. I spent years hacking together multi-step forms with custom JavaScript and sending one landing page to another landing page and all of that kind of stuff. And I came up with something that I think you'll find very cool. The forms I'm going to show you today have beautiful customizable buttons, progress bars, address lookups, and a ton of other advanced features, including conditional logic. And of course, they come with Unbounce conversion tracking. So let's jump straight into Unbounce. As you can see, I'm in the classic builder, but everything I show you today will work just as well in the new smart builder. First things first, I'm going to delete the existing form. So I select that and hit delete on my keyboard. And I just make sure that's deleted in mobile. I'm now going to drag over the custom HTML widget, which will hold our form. For now, I'm just going to put some text in there, because what I want to do is just position this and get the positioning right on desktop and mobile. See, mobile will be a little bit narrower. And that is where our form will be. I'll hit save and we'll preview our form. Of course, there's no form there because we haven't put one in there yet. So that's what we'll do next. So let's head over to Growform. That's growform.co, link in the description, and go ahead and hit free trial. Growform costs considerably less than your Unbounce subscription. There's a 14-day free trial, and you do not have to put your credit or debit card details in to get started. So once you've completed the sign-up process, we can go ahead and hit create new form. And we're going to start with a template called none. Start with a blank slate, because this is the simplest and most easy template to get started with. But it is worth mentioning there's a ton of really carefully designed conversion rate friendly templates here available. So let's just call this Unbounce test form and hit create. So now we're inside a form builder. We can easily make changes to a form by clicking the element we want to change and then adjusting the properties on the left. So instead of asking what kind of quote are you looking for, let's ask which day are you attending the event. So we're keeping it nice and easy for the first question. We can navigate between the steps on the left-hand side here. And I think that's all we need to know for now. While we're here, let's just adjust these buttons. So let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then it should actually make sense when we put this in a page. And I'm going to hit save on my changes. Before going much further, I'd also like to adjust some theme settings. So I'll hit theme, and in here, let's have a transparent background or no background instead of having a white background. So that will look really good on Unbounce and that will fit in seamlessly with the surroundings. The default font I noticed on our Unbounce landing page we were using Montserrat, so I'm going to go ahead and search for that in here. And because we don't have a huge amount of space to play with, I'm going to change the top and footer padding to, let's say 15 each. We can always adjust that later. In terms of the main colors, I'll mostly keep this the same, but the primary color can be that yellow color. So I'll paste that value in here. And that will just change the color of some of the little radio buttons here and the progress bars. So that should fit in nicely with the rest of the page. And also, of course, because we're embedding on a blue background, let's just change the default body text to white. Finally, let's quickly cover off form width. So currently the form width is set to 580 pixels, and that's what you see on this display here. So if I adjust this, you'll notice the form resizes. If you open this form on a device that is narrower than that width, then Growform will assume you're on a mobile device and it will stack everything as if you're on a mobile device. So all we need to do here is set this to the correct width that Unbounce is giving us. So if I head back to Unbounce and have a look at this embed area, we have a width of 405 pixels. So let's go back to Growform and say, you've got 405 pixels worth of space here. So now we're seeing what the user will see if they load this in an area of 405 pixels, which is perfect. So I'll hit save and let's see how it looks on Unbounce. Nice, so as you can see, our form is embedded on the transparent background. We can choose which day we're attending the event and then fill in our contact details here. Looking good. Now we've seen what a basic Unbounce form looks like. We're going to customize it some more. We're going to add some steps. We're going to add conditional logic and get a little bit more advanced. So let's head back to GrowForm and let's just organize our steps a little bit. So we've got unnamed step 1. I actually want to call that day of week and hit update. And then this second step here, currently that is contact details. So I'm just going to update that to contact details. Okay, so we first ask which day of the week we're attending. So we need to add 2 more steps here. One will be about Tuesday, one will be about Monday. So I'm going to go up to the step editor, hit edit steps and add Monday details and just drag that here. And we'll hit update. So we've now got our Monday step. On the Monday step, let's update this header to say Monday Mayhem. Which seminar? And I'll reduce the text size to 18 pixels to fit the question on the first page. And maybe here, instead of having some text, we'll delete that element and add a single select. Say, field name will be which seminar? And the choices will be CRO Fundamentals, Google Mastery, or Meta Ads, or Meta Ads. Okay, so that is our Monday step. We can go ahead and duplicate out that. So if I go to edit steps, I can hit duplicate step, and we've now got a copy of that step underneath it. And I'm just going to rename this new step to be Tuesday details and hit update, and we find ourselves on that Tuesday step. So again, let's update this header. So we'll call this Tuesday, or even Terrific Tuesday, which seminar? So now we need some Tuesday seminars. Let's have a different theme for the Tuesday. So we'll have accounting class. We'll have operations event. And we'll have an HR roundtable. So the Tuesday is different to the Monday. Okay, update. So to recap, we've got 4 steps in our form. First, we ask which day of the week. You know what? I'm just going to very quickly set this background color just so you can see what's going on. And we can always change that later. So first of all, we've got the day of the week. Which day of the week are you attending? We've got Monday's details. We've got Tuesday's details. And then we've got the contact details. So let's add one more step here. I'm going to hit add step and say address details. Again, I'm going to set this to be 18 pixels and say, where shall we send your free paper pack? And we'll delete this text field and insert a address field just to demonstrate a few of the different fields available. So that should be fine. So now we've got a form that has day of week, Monday, Tuesday, address, contact details. We actually want to only show Monday or Tuesday based on what the user has picked. So let's add some conditional logic. I'm going to go to edit steps. And on Monday here, I'm going to hit edit logic. And we're going to add a rule block and show this step only when the first set of buttons has selected option Monday. And now, as we can see, this step is only shown when that first buttons has selected Monday, and Tuesday, we'll edit that again, add a rule block, buttons has selected Tuesday. So we're now starting to build quite a nice interactive form. I'm going to hit update and save, and then we'll preview how this looks in Unbounce. But of course, first we'll have to change that background again because we don't want to have an ugly blue background. So I'm going to change that back to none. So back in Unbounce, our form's starting to look pretty cool. We can say which day are we attending the event. Let's say Monday. Progress bar completes. Monday Mayhem, which seminar? Okay, Google Mastery. And let's go back, say we change our mind, and actually Tuesday, you'll see the Monday step disappears, the Tuesday step appears. It's all pretty seamless. I'll go on, I can complete my address and continue, and then we have the contact details on the last page there. So we've kept this form relatively straightforward. I don't want to overwhelm you by showing you all of the different options, but of course we could have added 5, 10 or more steps. We could have added much more conditional logic. You can show and hide fields based on conditional logic. You can add all sorts of fields inside GrowForm. We could have had an email field, a phone field, a website field, and so on. But I thought let's just keep it relatively simple for now. So now we've got our basic form set up, I wanted to cover conversion tracking. If you're using Unbounce for split testing or sending it large amounts of traffic, you probably want to have your conversions recorded in Unbounce. So to do this, let's head over to Growform, go to Edit Form Settings, hit Tracking and Tagging, and then find the Unbounce option. What this will do is when your form is filled in, you'll see it recorded as a conversion in Unbounce, so you can see how many submissions you're receiving. So while we're here in the Tracking and Tagging section, there's a lot of cool stuff you can do. You can fire all sorts of pixels, you can send events over to Google Analytics, you can fire a Google Ads tag or Facebook Ads tags, and so on. But the easiest way of getting started with conversion tracking is really simple in Unbounce. What I'd recommend you do is just set up a Unbounce thank you page and just put your pixels on that page. So let's do that now. So in Unbounce, I've created a brand new page, just happens to use the same template, and I've just got some big text saying thank you for your submission. You can add your conversion tags or anything you need to as usual in the JavaScripts. And now we just need to tell Growform to redirect to this on submission. So as you can see, this is my thank you page, and my thank you page URL is unbouncepages.com/thankyou-test-page. So let's head over to Growform. And to send our users here when they complete our form, we go to Basic Settings, and action on form submission will be redirect to custom URL, and we'll paste that URL in here. So now when somebody fills in our form, they will automatically get redirected to this page, and you can add your pixels or anything you like to this page. At this point, you may be thinking, okay, that's great. We've got people filling in our form, we're firing conversions, everything sounds good, but what about the form data? Where are the leads going? Well, the leads don't go into your Unbounce lead list, they actually go into your Growform account. So if you go to View Leads here, this is where you'll see everybody who's filled in your form. What if you want to send those leads to an onward destination? So maybe you want to receive them as an email. In that case, you can go to Edit Form Settings, go to Alerts and Integrations, and you can just add an email alert here. Or if you want to send it to a CRM like HubSpot, Salesforce, Sugar CRM, or something like that, you can go ahead and use Zapier. There's thousands of apps. There's over 5,000 apps on the Zapier store now. So if you want to send it to your Gmail account or a spreadsheet or pretty much anything, Zapier is the way to go. I won't go into detail here because it is very easy to set up. You can just go to Zapier here with this link and configure Growform. You just set up Growform as the trigger and then any other app as the destination. And that is how you get your leads to your onward destination now. We do also have webhook functionality, but I'd really recommend looking into Zapier and seeing if that solves your problem first. So we've seen it's pretty straightforward adding our form to our page, but what if we want a form to display when somebody clicks a button on a page? Well, this is pretty straightforward as well. We just need to edit our page, find a button, and open a pop-up. So here's our button, and I've just set this to show a lightbox, and we can edit the lightbox now. And I'll just demonstrate. It's exactly the same process as before. We just drag that HTML block in, go into Growform, hit Share Form, and from this first option, embed form directly on your website. And now we can go back here, paste that code in here. We make this a little bit wider this time, and maybe make a little bit more effort with this text. I might just adjust that background color to a nice blue so our form actually shows up. Perfect. So now if we go to our form and hit RSVP for your demo, we see exactly the same thing. The form is embedded on the pop-up. So to get these buttons looking absolutely perfect in their surroundings, I'm going to adjust the colors slightly in Growform. So I'll go to Theme Settings and I'm going to find Rectangle Buttons in Form. I'm going to change the background color of these buttons from white to that primary color we had in our clipboard there. And let's set the controls here to be white. So that's starting to look a bit better. We've got the selected background color. Let's have slightly lighter than the other buttons. And yeah, let's have the border, in fact, both borders as that yellow. Cool. So if we head back to our builder, we can see that's looking pretty good. So there we have it, folks, a beautiful multi-step form that fits in seamlessly with its surroundings in Unbounce. It uses advanced conditional logic, Google address lookup, phone validation, and more. I hope you guys enjoy creating forms just as much as I have with this tool. Please do let me know how you get on in the comments. And if you do want to take out a free trial of this software, It's Growform, that is growform.co, link in the comments. Bye-bye.